Hi guys, so today I'm going to do a video that I don't really want to make, and this sort of video shouldn't have to be made because this is something that shouldn't happen, and you're going to find that I'm going to say that in a few of my videos. Because why is this random phone, right, there's this random London number that keeps calling me. And it is so annoying. If they call me again, I'm going to answer just to see what they would say. Because like, they leave voicemails and it's just like nothing. And I'm like, I know nobody who lives in London. And it's not something that a number that comes up when you Google it. So it's really annoying me. But today I'm going to be focusing on bullying. And next week's video I'm going to be focusing on something else, which I will also say I shouldn't have to make the video, and I don't particularly want to make the video on, because the things I'm going to be focusing on aren't very nice subjects, so I thought I'd warn you guys of that now. So I'm going to be focusing on bullying in this video, because this is something that everyone at some point in their life will go through. There are 3 different types of bullying. If I'm wrong, let me know. But as far as I'm aware, there are 3 different types of bullying. 4 different types of bullying. 4 different types. Anyone can be bullied. You can be the richest person in the world and you can still be bullied. And anybody can be a bully. It can be your parents, your siblings, your friends, people at school, anybody. And the first type of bullying I'm going to talk about is physical bullying. Those of you who follow me on Instagram would have seen that a few weeks ago I put on a picture of my brother after a boy at his school, because me and my brother go to different schools, a boy at his school had decided to beat him up. And I put a picture on Instagram and I had a rant about it, because if that was your sibling or your friend or anyone you knew, I'm pretty sure you'd have a rant about it. He had to go to the hospital to get the cuts checked out. He had a bruise on his head, he had a cut here, he had a graze along here, and he had another cut here, or a bruise or another graze. He was black and blue. And that, honestly, I don't live with my brother, but my mum sent me a picture of what had happened and I looked at it and I felt sick. How can you do that? How can you do that to someone? My brother is autistic. He was 12 years old when this happened. He's 13 now. This was like a couple of days before his birthday. He is autistic. He cannot defend himself. He struggles to understand why people are horrible to him. I've got the hiccups. He struggles to understand why people are horrible to him. He doesn't deal well with being hurt, and I'm sure not a lot of people do, but his autism on top of that makes it worse. So this video is going to be a couple of rants, unfortunately. The second type of bullying is verbal bullying. So calling somebody names, shouting at someone in the corridor, anything like that. Going up to someone and having a go at them repeatedly, or even getting involved in someone else's personal life more than once unless you have been asked to be involved by both people or by more than one person. Say you've had an argument with a mate and someone comes over to you like, oh, I had this happened, and they tell you information. That's not allowed unless both people have consented to this information being told. That is one thing I will say, because that is one thing that pisses me off. When people get involved in your private life, that is bullying. They can get into trouble for it. You can report it. You can get something done about it. It's the most common form of bullying that goes unnoticed. Well, one of the most common forms that go unnoticed. Because for all the person you're reporting it to knows, this person, you could have said, oh yeah, by the way, this and this. And that therefore makes the person you're reporting it to think that they're just involved anyway. But if someone gets involved in your personal life without you wanting them to, that is bullying, and it can be reported and dealt with. Third type of bullying is cyberbullying. So this is sending somebody nasty messages, asking for pictures, harassing somebody, like repeatedly messaging somebody, spreading rumours online, which can be verbal as well, spreading rumours. It is not nice. Like, I've had rumours spread about me in the past, and thankfully those situations have been dealt with like that. But in some cases, thousands of people believe the rumours, and that damages that person for life. It mentally scars the person. It could potentially physically scar the person. It's not something that's nice. It's not something anyone should have to go through. Nasty YouTube comments are a form of cyberbullying. Like, constructive criticism is fine, like, oh, I think maybe you should do this in your videos, or could you do a video on this, or I didn't really like this video. That is fine. That is not bullying. But it's when you start commenting on videos like, oh, you're ugly, you're pathetic, and you put that on every single video, that is cyberbullying. And cyberbullying is the one thing the police will get involved with. And I know that because I have been cyberbullied and I reported it. And the thing with cyberbullying is you don't at first realise that it is bullying. You're led to think it's just a normal conversation. And then when you notice that it is cyberbullying, you can then report that person for everything they have said or done. Because I had to, and I might make a video talking about that, but I might not. It depends, because it's not a recent issue, but I'm not sure whether I feel comfortable talking about it. And the fourth and final form of bullying I'm going to talk about is psychological, which is mental, but the proper term is psychological. And that is when you get inside someone's head, or you convince someone of something to mentally interfere with them, to, like, you convince someone, I don't know, that they're not good enough. You purposefully ignore someone. Anything like that. It is psychological bullying, because you are convincing that person, whether you know it or not, by intentionally ignoring someone all the time, you are convincing that person that they are not worth anything. And that is mentally damaging, and that stays with that person for life. Because, I mean, once you upset someone, it will stick in that person's mind forever. You can say sorry as many times as you like, or you can go around acting like it wasn't your fault, because I know someone that did that. I know someone that is doing that. One of my best friends did that with someone else. Went around acting like what happened wasn't her fault because she doesn't cope with guilt. So she acted like it wasn't her fault so that she wasn't the one in the wrong. Well, let me tell you guys something. This girl, they then became friends again. This girl was so overpowered with the guilt that she became suicidal. I'm not going to say the names of the two people who I am discussing here, and they are like primary school friends, so I've got no idea if they watch this video. I said best friend because she was my best friend in primary school. I have a different best friend now, and but no matter how many times you say sorry, that damage will always be there. So do not hurt someone in the first place. Yeah, sometimes you can't prevent yourself from hurting someone, and it is accidental. You can accidentally upset someone. Like, I personally like to say it how it is. Like, the other day, my mum was wearing this hideous purple jumper, and I turned around to her and went, "What the hell are you wearing?" And I didn't mean that to upset her. I was just sort of like, "Mum, that jumper is hideous. Get it off now." And I didn't mean that to upset her. Yeah, it did upset her. So that wasn't intentional. But if you intentionally upset somebody, you are a bully. If you ignore someone intentionally, you are a bully. And I think that's really all that can be said on the issue. So just try to be nice to people. You can't be nice to everyone, and you can't always be nice. I know that, but my voice has gone funny. But just try to be nice to people sometimes. Okay, thank you guys for watching, and I will and I will see you in my next video.